Bing, bang, boom. Alliteration, or whatever that's called. Onomatopoeia. Is that the word?
I like it.
Praise God. We're here. Back in the room. And you're back in your room or your truck or your...
Wherever you jerk off at.
Wherever you mainly pleasure yourself. Play with yourself. And praise God, dude. Do what you do. But maybe not too much.
Moderation's key.
Moderation is key, especially when you're playing with you. Wait. Welcome back to That Can't All Be Funny. This is a podcast, and we do it in this room, and we're here in this room right now live, and this is not, a live... You're not watching it live, but we're alive.
We actually did this probably about a month ago.
Probably less. We're going to try to...
to fix that.
Prove him wrong, yep.
Prove me wrong. You won't.
Hey, let's get together, guys, and prove James wrong.
Yeah.
Me. I want to talk about something it's really been on my heart and heavy heart. I got a heavy heart
on lately.
I got a heavy heart.
Okay.
On, and it's been on it, heavy.
Yeah.
And that's autoerotic asphyxiation.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. It's a magical thing.
There. Really was.
Yeah, they say that when you deprive your brain of oxygen, almost to the point of death, or where you're going to pass out, if you ejac, if you spray out at that moment, it's like the best orgasm of your life.
I've actually heard that before, and correct me if I'm stealing this from you, but if I'm like choking on something, I don't want someone to come like give me the Heimlich maneuver. Just jerk me off.
Just jerk me off, dude.
I stole that from you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. I was hoping so.
Yeah, dude. That's the joke that I was about to do.
Oh shit.
And that's fine.
Did you say it on the podcast or?
Nuh-uh. We were in the truck.
Oh, okay. My bad.
It's fine. Cut me off. We're in the whole intro. Huh? I've been working on this joke, dude. You just threw the punchline out there. God, what a great producer.
Well, the great part is at least you can edit this and
I'm not gonna. No, we're gonna keep it going. If I'm ever choking at a restaurant, don't do the Heimlich maneuver. You piece of shit. You piece of shit. You took my joke. You bastard. Don't do the Heimlich maneuver. Just start jerking me off, man. Not man. Just let me go out like a savage is what I'm saying. And, yeah. So, this is not the sign for choking anymore. Is this. And that's not a big deal. I just think that's something that people need to talk about more.
Honestly, I personally think people should talk about masturbation more.
You really? Yeah? That's a legitimate thought.
Really?
I think it's kind of always been a taboo kind of thing. You don't really learn how to jerk off from somebody.
This. We already talked about it with our friends and stuff. That's normal. That's whatever. You and your cousin used to have, your jerk off wars. Who could finish first? But I mean, like,
still do
talking to your parents about it.
Yeah.
Like, I personally think you should be able to sit down and talk to your mom about how you masturbated the night before.
I will
100% disagree with everything I just said, but
I know, but I will do that.
Will you?
I'm open, like a whore's legs. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, dude. I'm open, like a walrus,
like a suck fuck.
Mm-hmm. Just like that. The idea for that joke that you stole, absolutely ruined, came to me in a dream where Joe Rogan was my stepdad in the dream.
That's right. I remember the story now.
Mm-hmm. And I fell asleep early, and I was, the way I was sleeping, I was on a pillow and it was like right here, so I was kind of choking, and that affected the dream, and Joe Rogan and my stepdad was driving me and two buddies around. I don't know who, one of them was a black guy. So shout out to black guys.
They that you want to be buddies with.
Yeah. And so I was trying to find a way to make it funny in my dream because Joe Rogan, and so I was like, you know what? I'm about to choke. Don't do the Heimlich. Just fucking start jerking me off, guys. And yeah.
Can I cut you off again?
Oh, of course.
All right. So I thought of something when you said shout out to black guys.
Yeah.
So you know what an Oedipus complex is, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm kind of thinking you have a type of Oedipus complex,
Nope.
but for black guys. Like, you don't want to fuck them. Nothing like, sleeping with your mom kind of complex kind of thing. But just more like everything you do, you're trying to be closer to them. Like, you want them in your life.
I've always I've gravitated towards black people.
It's weird because I don't think you've ever met one.
I don't know what they look like.
Yeah.
I know what they smell like. No, I've always been really close to the urban.
I know. I just for some reason when you said one of them was a black guy, shout out to black guys. My head went Oedipus complex.
That's weird connection.
It really kind of is.
Total, not even.
So I had to make sense of it.
Oedipus, for those that don't know, was a Greek guy, right? Yeah, he banged his mom.
Didn't know it was mom at first.
Didn't know it was her, but
he also killed his dad without knowing it was his dad.
Mm-hmm. But and my thing for that is he ate the wrong puss.
Well, you know what? Honestly, in his defense, though, they were both horrible people.
Him and his mom?
No, his mom and his dad, because they tried killing him as a baby. Because there was a prophecy that he was going to kill his mom or kill his dad, sleep with his mom, and take over the kingdom.
And he did it.
And he did it because it's kind of relates to that. Oh God, there's a word. I think it's 2 words for this, but self-fulfilled
prophecy, self-fulfilling prophecy.
I think that might be it. Yeah, where something gets done because this was done to you. Like that would have never happened if he grew up with that mother and father, but because he didn't grow up with them, when he met the king on the side of the road, he ended up killing him. I forget the reasoning why, but
that sounds right.
It's because, but if he had known that was his father, he wouldn't have killed him on the side of the road.
Right.
So it did become a self-fulfilling prophecy. That is the word.
I think that happens a lot in relationships. I think people who
100%.
They think their partner is like cheating on them or talking to somebody else
for reasons, or they find reasons,
and if they had never had that thought, it would have never manifested into reality.
Exactly. Well, it doesn't have to be like romantic relationships. It could be like friends and stuff like that. Like if you feel someone's talking shit out there and stuff, you're going to find a way somehow, for some reason, to make it feel like it's coming back on you. Yeah. So like, oh, this person talks rumors and stuff like that. They're always talking shit about people. Well, shit, they're probably talking shit about me, so I'm not going to talk to them. That kind of stuff definitely gets out there. I would say that happens probably more than the cheating thing in relationships, just because, cheater's going to cheat.
She's going to cheat.
Yeah.
Belgium waffle.
Belgium waffle.
You ever had a Belgium waffle?
I've belched a waffle before.
Praise God. Same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Could be the same
I've
thing.
had one. Yeah.
And depends on what area code where you live.
479.
Speaking of, that's not true. Speaking of area codes, dude, this is a story that happened to me the other day. Okay, so I'm at the grocery store. I have all my shit, and I'm ready to check out. And it's only self-checkouts at this.
Wait. When you say checkout,
place.
You mean like check out of life?
Yeah, I'm done with life. I'm ready to end it all, but first I got to get these groceries.
Okay.
And it's like only a self-checkout place. It's like a small market.
Like or a Walmart.
It's like a neighborhood market.
Okay.
And so all but 2 of the self-checkouts, there's like 15 of them. All but 2 of them have a green light above them, which the green light means ready to go. It's fine. It works. It's active. I don't know. It fucking works. And so I can tell which ones don't work because there's 2 that don't have the green light. I think it's either red or not lit up. And so I do this, this thing that people do when you pass somebody and you want to just be commonly courteous. You just do the head nod, whatever. And this lady, this grandiose lady, big white lady, Karen, very Karen-esque. She doesn't give me the nod back. She just, you can see the anger. You can see the disappointment in life in her eyes, and also in her
body,
midsection. Yes, all over.
Yeah.
Big lady.
Okay.
White lady.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Entitled,
of course. Entitled, and you're about to find out how she expressed her entitlement. She, after me being like, hello, but with my head.
Yeah.
She said, go to number 10. And, number 10 is just a random, random one. Doesn't matter which one you go to. Number 10's lit up, yeah, and that would have been fine. It's way down there. I can go to any of them, except for the 2 that aren't lit up. And so, I start walking to 10, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing, dude? Why? Why am I walking to 10? Just because this bitch Karen said go to number 10 in a very condescending way too. And I'm not exaggerating in the way she said it. She really did say it in a rude. You could tell she was probably having a bad day.
Yeah.
And so I stop at number 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so 10's here, 8's here, 9's probably over here that goes across.
Yeah.
And I stop here at number 8. And so you're Karen. So I stop here, put my stuff down, and instead of like giving her the little look, like this, I went. I turned my whole body and just stared at her, and then she looked away real quick, and it was just to make it awkward for her. And then I just checked out, and dude, I'm a fucking adult. I have the ability to see obviously which ones work, and I'm not a sheep, dude. And I wanted to let her know I'm not a sheep. She was trying to be a shepherd to the people, huh? A fat shepherd. You ever seen a fat shepherd? No. I've never seen a fat shepherd. I've never seen any shepherds, probably. I've never seen a flock of sheep, really. Probably once or twice.
Yeah.
Never a shepherd, especially with the cane.
Oh, God, no.
And she had a cane.
Oh.
And she was trying to be that, but a bitch version.
Damn.
Yep. And I'm not a sheep, dude.
Nice.
And I'm minding my own business, not checking out. Not bothering anybody, dude. And I'll check out wherever I want.
Did she end up saying anything to you?
No.
No?
She went and was bossy to somebody else immediately after.
So she worked there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Was that not clear? I didn't.
No, I didn't completely catch that part.
Okay. She worked there. Yeah, I should have prefaced with she worked there.
I actually have a very similar story.
Yeah.
So I think I stopped at a CVS or something, and they recently have these little self checkout things next to the register.
Right.
And then they have a person working the register.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm standing there with a Monster ready to go to the person register.
Is the Monster?
A Monster is a drink. It's an energy drink.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the person behind the register.
No. It's a drink. I was going to buy a Monster. I was also, I don't know if I was
drunk
buying a cigar or I was going to buy some kind of a nicotine.
Praise God.
So I'm standing there waiting for the person because I'm smart enough to know that I can't buy nicotine at a self-checkout.
Right, you're an adult.
So, I'm standing there and there's this person, I guess, directing whatever. And, at first she told me, she's like, self-checkout's open. I'm like, I know, I'm going to wait for the person. She gives me this like heavy breath and whatever.
Oh,
you can buy everything at a self-checkout that you can from the person. I'm like, okay. I was like, I'm next in line like that. The people behind me can go first.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh no, they didn't really speak English, so I guess they weren't really understanding. They just pointed to the person. And I was like, whatever. And then she got mad. She's like, here, come to the self-checkout. I'll show you. I'm like, fuck it, all right, I got someone helping me. She can go buy the cigarettes for me. Or she can go grab the cigar or whatever for me.
Yeah.
So I go over there, scan the Monster. She's like, see? I'm like, okay. And I want let's say Black & Mild, because I forget what I was going to buy. All right, and I need a Black & Mild with a wood tip.
Yeah.
And she's like, you have to buy that from the cashier.
No shit.
I'm like, that's why I was waiting for the cashier. So we'll get back in line and wait for the cashier. I was like, I was next, and there's 7 people back there now.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I going to get cut in line? She's like, no, you got to go to the back of the line. I'm like, then why the fuck did you pull me over here? I was like, go grab that cigar for me then. I was livid.
Yeah, dude. Did she do it?
No, I think the cashier overheard all this and just kind of grabbed it and handed it to me. Because the cashier, I guess, knew she was up.
Man, but she's like that all the time, too.
Yeah, especially if the cashier was that understanding.
Yeah.
But I was also kind of being loud and a dick.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I told her I was waiting.
Yeah.
I was next in line.
Mm-hmm.
There was people behind me. They were offered to go to the self-checkout. It's not like I was holding them up.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted the person because I knew that's where I had to buy the cigar from.
Yep. Lesbian?
Definitely butchy. I don't know lesbian 100%, but very high chance.
Let's say lesbian.
All right, because...
Shout out to lesbians, by the way. A lot of them are great.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of them are awesome.
A lot of them really are.
Yeah.
I'd say once you get, like, butchy lesbian, you're less likely to be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Because you got a lot of T. You got a lot of testosterone.
I want to know, I've known maybe a couple that were actually still really cool.
Yeah?
But for the most part, no.
Yeah. Shout out to gays. It's gay pride. Yeah, gay pride month.
I think that's over. I thought that was last month.
Shout out to gays still.
Yeah.
They're out there. They need shouts.
You gonna cat call some gays?
Mm-mm.
That's a new segment. Tyler cat calls gays.
Let's just call a gay person.
Hey, baby.
Do karate for hotties and take us to the streets.
Yes. Or you're just doing nothing but cat calling gay people.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, dude. The moral of the story is don't be a bossy bitch. Especially,
I was gonna say, don't be a Karen.
Don't be a Karen. Yeah, don't be a Karen. Don't be. And if you don't have a reason to boss somebody around, don't do it. Let them go. Let them be happy. It's fine. It does need to be moved though. Yeah, just let him be happy and be a person. You know, like don't try to force. You know,
your dick in their ass.
Yes, that's rape.
Exactly.
That's
you don't even have
rape.
A rape dick, Karen.
You don't have a rape dick. She probably had a good.
She probably had a big clit.
Clint with an N.
That was
Clint with an N. Clint. I don't know where this took a weird turn. Yeah, dude. But you know what would have been funny is if she was like, when she said go to number 10, and I went to number 8 and I gave her the turn, you know, and I just trying to make it as awkward as I could, and number 8 didn't work. You know what I'm saying, dude? That would have been funny. I would have appreciated that.
That would have been funny. Yeah. Also would have been funny if she broke down and cried, or if she came yelling at you, I said number 10.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's her voice, but I just assumed that would be.
I'm sure it was. Very close, I'm sure. I heard her, so.
Okay, yeah.
Also, well, not that close. But, you know, white lady. Big white lady. Yeah. Imagine, because you can hear usually when somebody's overweight in their voice.
You know, sometimes, actually, I've been surprised a few times. Like, I've heard these, like, very attractive sounding females on the phone. And then when I see them in person, I'm like, did Slagathor eat the hot chick I was just talking to?
Big is beautiful. James is,
I'm a biggest.
He's a bigot.
I'm not a bigot. I'm a bigot.
He's a bigot.
That's what Tyler would do to a big person.
That's what I'll do, dude, because I'm a fucking Viking.
Yeah.
And I'll pillage, and I'll never do either one of those things. I'll pillage, probably.
You'll probably.
Dude, if there is
something to,
if there's some, I'll pillage it, dude.
Yeah.
If there's a platter of candies and sweets, I'll fucking it, dude. I'll pillage it. We can't say the R word on YouTube.
Really?
We're not supposed to.
Oh shit! So that's
I might have to cut that out.
Beep out. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these new guidelines.
Yeah. I'll R and pillage. I'll
we'll just call it RMP. Yo, RMP.
RMP, dude. Good old, give it a good old RMP though.
Yeah, I got the old RMP going. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I'm wearing this right now because I want to do something.
What do you want to do?
And I haven't brought it up on the podcast yet, but we've talked about it in person.
Oh no! Am I gonna spoil this again, like your joke earlier?
God, I hope not. Look, I didn't expect the joke to go over very well, but
you expected it to go over.
Expected it to go at least. Okay. So I want to start. I want hopefully us to start a fighting league.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say never mind.
Good.
I was really expecting you to say an OnlyFans, but
an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
They can't all be funny. OnlyFans. They can't only be fans. I A fighting league, dude. And I've been looking into how difficult it is, and it is very difficult because there are many of them. And but here's
hey, they can't all be fun.
They can't all be fighting leagues.
Fighting leagues.
Yeah. But here's the thing. They all focus on the experience of the event. Like the Saturday of the fight, the card, the people that are there. You know, it's all about the music and all, the presentation.
We do ours and it focuses on the day after the fight.
Yes, exactly.
Really?
No.
Okay.
No. No.
That would be pretty cool though.
Or maybe the day before.
No. Like think about like the day after. So the episode starts off with the fight.
Yeah.
And then you're following both people in their celebratory or the opposite of celebratory day.
You're right.
There's one person, in the hospital and stuff, and drinking their food through a straw kind of thing.
That's good.
And the other one just out there fucking random
drinking mimosas,
chicks and drinking mimosas and doing cocaine.
Yes, dude, that's good because you want to get the people emotionally involved, and that's something we could do. See, this is what I'm saying.
Because if there's one thing we know about, it's emotions.
Emotions, and fucking A, dude, do I know about emotions? Oh my god. I've been an emotional wreck lately. Am I going to talk about it? Probably not.
I mean, I know enough to know the emotions don't actually exist.
Yes.
Fake. Figment of your imagination.
I wish. They all focus on the event itself, but I think the main product is the video. That's what you market. That's what most people see. Most people aren't at the event. Most people are going to see the fight 6 months later on YouTube or whatever platform or whatever,
Tinder.
Profile. Yeah, we'll do it at Tinder, OnlyFans, all that, dude. And Patreon. And that's when they're going to see it. So we focus on what we're good at. Not putting on events, but making videos.
We're good at that?
We're doing it now.
Okay.
And this is semi-decent.
Number 27.
This is
27 or 28?
Huh?
Is this 27 or 28?
27,
right?
7
feels right.
Yep. Happy 27.
Happy 27th.
Yep. Next one is going to be 28, and I'm the only one that's going to be me on my birth year.
Unless we wait to do 29 until next year.
Yeah, we're not. Hopefully not. Hopefully, God, we're not. So yeah, we do good videos. We do 10-minute, 5 to 10 minute before each fight for each side. Little promo, maybe not even 5 minutes, easy. Of just them talking, maybe not even 5 minutes, just to get you emotionally attached to the fighter. So you're like, it's the most basic sport. It's the oldest sport in the world. This guy versus this guy, this side versus this side. And they fight, and there's a clear winner. So you get people
like clear, like translucent.
Yeah, the winner gets to walk away. The loser disintegrates into the earth.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. That's where we stand out.
It's like the end of that one movie you've never seen.
I've seen a couple movies where that does happen.
Turn to dust.
30 Days of Night.
That's one of them. Not what I was talking about, but yeah, okay. That one's actually probably more prevalent to what you're thinking.
Praise God.
It's a great movie.
It is a great movie, dude. Shout out to 30 Days of Night. Shout out to Eben. That's his name. Josh Hartnett. Yeah, but Eben, E-B-E-N was his name, and I'd never heard that name before until then.
Never have since.
And you never will until just now.
Well, you named your 3 sons Eben. All 3 of them.
Eben,
the same name,
Eben Jr. and Eben Sr. And
Eben Sr. is the
third one. Yeah. So yeah, dude, we could easily do that, and we could have them be guests. Like maybe the winner's a guest, or maybe they're both guests. I don't know how many fights we would do during a day, like the 5 fights on a card. But it would not be difficult to go to different gyms and be like, hey, who wants to sign up for an amateur fight?
Yeah, look, I mean, Fight Club did it.
Fight Club did it. Who else did it, dude?
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Tekashi 6ix9ine did it.
That's not who I was thinking of. Who was I thinking of? Nagasaki? No.
Shinigami.
See, that was close.
Shout out to Nagasaki.
Shout out to Hiroshima.
Yeah, dude. UFC, Bellator, Pride, Strikeforce, DAZN, spelled DAZN. DAZN.
That's not Gain.
That's the worst name.
That's not Gain.
That's not Gain. The worst name ever. Triller, Ryzen, Street Beefs. Shout out to Shinigami.
Oh, yeah.
Glory Kickboxing. So these are all names of actual
organizations.
Fighting organizations, yes. So we need to come up with a
name.
Catchy name. That's the hard part. If you are watching this and you have any ideas, even if they're not great,
even if they're fucking horrible,
especially if they're horrible, throw them out there. Throw out some shitty names, please, in the comment section.
Yeah. They're just gonna say Tyler Rose.
Yeah. This show.
They can't all be funny.
So it's got to be something like, hey, did you see the new Street Beefs fight? You know, it's like, or the new, you see UFC last weekend? Whatever.
Hey, did you see the new Who Wants to Be a Viking?
Yeah, you see, it's like bullshit. You see the new Pizza Factory video, dude? You know?
So you see the new Ultra Michelob video?
Oh, yeah. Praise. Ah! Yeah. I gotta pee. I'll be right back. I got a non-existent penis. Yeah. Maybe I can put some reverb on that.
Maybe.
So. Yeah. Okay, so look. This is a great way to
get laid.
Get money.
Okay.
Sponsors, there's supplements, there's energy drinks. They can't all be funny. You have a if you see Street Beefs, they're fighting in fucking hay bales. So there's walls of hay, or there's like whatever they put up. We can put a They Can't All Be Funny podcast or a Naked Bacon Slide ad on the side of the ring,
Oh, yeah, and they got bells.
They got bells, dude. Do they have bells?
Well, you said hay bales, so I said bells.
Hay bales.
Silent bells.
Holy clothing brands. We can do so much stuff, dude. And
condoms.
We can do, dude. We should do. They Can All Be Funny. Condoms.
They never work.
Yeah, and they have little jokes on them, and they're like
they are little jokes.
Yeah. So like the legality.
One of the little jokes is there's no joke on this one because you're the joke.
Yeah.
And it's just this extra small
condom. Tiny little, yeah. It's like a rubber glove finger.
Yeah, the finger condoms.
The legality is a hard part. So here's the thing.
Does there have to be waivers and stuff we have to make sure we sign?
Definitely has to be waivers that they would have
forfeit their life.
Yeah, well,
because their fights to the death.
Obviously, we got to stand out from the rest of the crowd. Mm-hmm. It's got to be death match, death fights,
yes.
Fight to the death.
We call it cock wrestling.
Just straight up dick fights? what are we talking here?
Well, it's just to get people to think that we're fighting roosters, and then when PETA comes after us, we're like, no, these are just people. And they're like, oh, okay, we don't care about them, and they leave.
Right.
And nobody's going to come after us except for PETA, and PETA knows that we're just fighting humans, so it's okay.
PETA doesn't give a shit about humanity.
Exactly. They only care about animals.
That's fucked up, dude. PETA sucks. Shut up to PETA sucks. Nah, PETA's all right. They do good shit. I'm gonna eat animals.
Yeah, boy.
Loser gets eaten by the winner.
I like it. Very Hannibal's.
Yes. So the legality, yes, is something to be looked into, and maybe to speak to a lawyer about. I have
a lawyer,
a guy who might possibly be interested in looking into it.
Okay. Who
was a lawyer. I've taken the steps to reach out to him because he's a friend of a friend.
Friend of a friend of a friend of a friend's cousin.
No, actually, my cousin's wife's brother.
Okay.
My cousin's boyfriend. My cousin's wife's brother. You said boyfriend.
Wife's brother is your cousin's boyfriend. All right.
No.
Just making sure they're the same person.
Yeah.
So Trevor's boyfriend.
Yeah. No. Hope, Trevor's wife's, her brother. No one has any idea who we're talking about other than Trevor, my beloved cousin.
Well, I mean, other people know who Trevor is.
Yeah.
That watch this.
Right.
And probably know he's married. Some of them might have been at his wedding.
Maybe, yeah.
And if her brother's there, then they probably met him. So they probably know exactly who.
That guy. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, we're gonna look into the legality of it. Here's something I realized from doing a little bit of research. You have to have a paramedic, obviously, on standby, and not just a paramedic in an ambulance, but a reserve paramedic in an ambulance. Because if a dude gets like knocked the fuck out and has to get,
hopefully he will.
That means more views for us
and money
from the views and the sponsors. So if that guy gets knocked out and gets carried away on the ambulance, I mean they're going to be gone 45 minutes at least. That's going to push the schedule back. So you have to have a reserve ambulance and paramedic to be there, and that's something that just comes from experience. And you have to just trial and error, really. So there's a few things like that we can avoid just by doing the research. But what I'm saying is we focus on the video content and make that primo.
Okay, I like primo.
And I think we could do something, man. We just need to come up with a cool name. And find a location and make a ring and stuff.
Tyler's really cool cockfighting show.
Tyler's big, tiny cock.
I like that.
Tyler's big, tiny cock. So what about... See, a dumb name that I came up with, the only one that I could come up with at first was Hitman. It's okay. It doesn't stand out, and it's also pretty average. Hitman.
You're also
pretty average. So it fits. But I'm thinking, what about HAM?
Just HAM.
It's an acronym. HAM, though, is the name of the fighting organization. HAM. It could stand for the Heroes Alliance of MMA.
Hammer.
But that's not that's not like, then a pig couldn't be our mascot if it was Hammer. It could, I guess.
It
could, but I'm thinking a pig. I mean, it also goes along with the bacon thing. But I think it would just ham, and also ham is like hard as a motherfucker. That's where going ham came from. You know?
Okay.
So ham is, and it's also like, it stands out. It's like, oh, that's different. For sure, it's definitely different. Ham. It's also kind of a joke too. It's silly. Because it's ham, but we're talking about fighting. You know, it's like, but I think it could work. Go to different gyms, put up a thing, a paper, or talk to the
take a picture of this QR code if you want to join us.
Yeah, right here.
If they're not smart enough to go to a website.
Yeah.
So you got to do the QR code. They scan the QR code because everyone knows how to do that because everyone's eating at a restaurant lately.
Absolutely. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
So I don't think it would be that hard to find fighters that would be willing to do amateur fights because people just want to, even people who don't train will be down to fight because people just like to fight sometimes. And I'm thinking this is another way that we could stand out is we do like fucking Ben Franklin versus Abe Lincoln. You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't want to watch a fucking Jew fight a German guy? You know what I'm saying? Maybe not that one. But maybe...
I'm okay with it.
Maybe like a guy versus a bear.
Ooh, like Kimwambi.
Kimwambi. Nope. Harambe.
Habib.
Haram. Oh, okay. Yeah. Habib Nurmagomedov. Yeah. Dude, what about a plumber versus an electrician?
Ooh, we know a plumber.
Yep. And we could find an electrician
who
would be willing to box, maybe. Not box, or anything.
Fight to the death.
MMA. Fight to the death, yes. An angel versus a demon. This is just what I wrote down. A gay guy versus a strong woman.
Strong woman wins 100%.
A tall guy versus a short guy. Kind of to...
The Rock versus Statham.
Just to get a more realistic,
approach.
Yeah. And then also different...
A strong guy versus a weak guy.
Yep. I'd love to see that. Different types of fighting. That's another good one.
I would like to see a professional wrestler fight a nerd.
Yeah? Would you?
I just want to see the carnage.
Dude, depends on the nerd.
It's all about the carnage.
Depends on how lovable the nerd is. And if you don't want him to get beat up,
be like America's nerd, like your best friend nerd.
Man, that's a good name. That's a good name for something. America's nerd.
Do we have America's nerd? Like, do we have the nerdiest person that everyone loves? Would it have been
It wouldn't be Mark Zuckerberg.
Fucking that asshole.
Bill
in the
Gates.
Wheelchair.
Oh, Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
So The Rock versus Stephen Hawking.
Oh,
Who
yes. Stephen uses his brain. Boxing versus Muay Thai. So there's like different disciplines of martial arts. And it would be interesting to see, maybe do a little interview to see if they're actually trained, to see how, one style would do against another style.
I think if we go that route, they have to be like 2 black belts versus 2 black, like the same level in their discipline.
Maybe later on, but at first we've got to
At first we don't
get
give
what we can take.
Fuck.
A hippie versus a gangster.
Mm-hmm.
Black guy versus a, I don't know, white guy.
A baby versus an adult.
Absolutely, dude. an adult versus 6 babies. You know what I'm saying? How many babies does it take to beat up 6 chickens?
1,000 chickens versus 1 T-Rex.
Yep. That's actually, if you YouTube that, you can find it.
I've seen pictures.
A blood versus a crip. Now we're getting into dangerous territory because there's going to be people there that are going to give a shit.
A white blood cell versus a red blood cell.
2 white blood cells fighting each other for no reason. 2 house cats versus 1 dog.
Oh, the cats win.
I doubt it.
No, I think the cats
House
win.
cats.
Yeah.
Your cats.
My cats definitely win.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Versus Ashley's dog.
No. I'm talking about like a pit bull size, a medium sized dog, a pit bull size or larger.
Well, I'll be honest, like pit bulls, unless they're trained to be mean and stuff, they're such a sweet dog, they would probably get their asses kicked.
Absolutely not. By 2 house cats?
Oh, yeah. Because they wouldn't want to fight back.
No,
like
if you're in a fight, though.
A house dog. A house dog that's, especially a pit, because people look at them so poorly, they're trained generally not to snap at things, not to bite at stuff.
Yeah.
It's their last defense.
Yeah, but that's where we put them, though, in that last
Yeah, but they'll let
position.
that cat beat the fuck out of them first.
And then once they flip that switch, those cats
the cat would have already chewed out its jugular and be eating its testicles.
Absolutely not.
If it still had them left.
They're so strong. A pit bull would just bite the cat
Don't
anywhere.
They have one of the largest bite forces of any. It's like medium-sized animal or something, right?
Mm-hmm. Something like that. And so I'm saying a pit bull is kind of like not fair versus 2 cats.
Yeah,
but
just
know what I'm saying. Oh, Chihuahua, dude. Chihuahua versus a caterpillar would be a good match. You know what I'm saying? And most importantly, Trevor Morgan versus Tyler Rose.
Ooh, I heard that one. How many days left?
Man.
Because there's a 1-year mark.
June 22nd of 2021.
2022.
Yeah. But I went to the doctor yesterday, the orthopedic doctor.
You did?
Yeah.
And you were telling me how she was so hot.
Nope.
No, okay.
Nope. And I showed you that she wasn't.
That is true. We might have said something earlier. By we, I mean me.
James. And
I'm not a nice person.
So I just said that she was a strong woman. Nice lady.
I thought he meant like strong hand grip.
She's probably 6 foot tall, strong. Yeah, athlete probably back in her day. I didn't hear what you said. I'm glad. So
we're gonna get edited out.
I've had shoulder issues, and I was trying not to
jerk off as much.
Jerk off as much. No, I've been doing a little boxing training, and I this is kind of where this came from. So what else do I got? One guy who's really high, one guy who's really stoned versus a drunk guy. You know?
That would actually be fun, like really high and
super
really
high
drunk.
and super drunk.
Okay, so Doug Benson, normal.
Yes.
Versus Billy Joel.
Yeah, praise God, dude. Or the dude from the Pogues. Fuck it. Who cares?
Fuck it.
Dude, a guy with a beard versus a guy without a beard.
Guy with the beard wins.
Hands down every time. Absolutely.
Yeah.
2 people who haven't slept in over 24 hours.
And then the next fight, 2 people who haven't slept in over 48 hours.
Yes.
And we just keep going further and further. Because once you get to 72,
you're done.
Oh, God, that's going to be a fucking fight. That's like Fight Club level.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be beautiful, dude. So we do little promos for all this. You know, it could be 2.5 minutes each because it wouldn't be hard to throw together and a little interview with a person just edited and, you know, whatever we do. But we need ideas. And if you're watching this and you give a shit and you press the like button and leave a comment, the comment would be great if it included ideas for who would fight who and who would be good. It doesn't have to be funny, but just little gimmicks, you know, or I mean, at first, obviously, it would be whoever we can get to fight. And we would try to throw maybe some costumes or something in there, maybe. For one of the fights.
Because that way we could do T-Rex versus a chicken.
Absolutely. Dude, yes. Here you are in the... Yeah, dude, for sure.
Yeah, I'm in the future right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, a guy from the past versus a guy from the future. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? An alien versus a black guy. You know what I'm saying?
Why is he going to be black again?
Because they don't get along. Devin, our friend Devin, suggested... oh,
he's still alive?
He's still alive. We hung out the other day.
That's sweet.
He suggested Fight Night. Not bad. Ultimate Iron Man. UIM. Not bad.
It kind of sounds like an STD.
It is, actually, if you look it up. Mixed Fighting League. MFL. Motherfucking lesbian.
Lovers.
Yes. And so those were Devin's suggestions.
They're not bad. Does he watch the show? Wait, is he lifted JSL?
Dude, that might be Devin. Dude, we don't know who lifted JSL is. If that's their name?
Something like that, yeah.
Hit us up, please. We got to know who you are.
Just tell us who you are.
Please, just tell us who you are.
Wait, just tell us. Do we even know you?
Yeah. We have to. We have to know him.
We don't, actually. I mean, it's YouTube.
Yeah, it's true. They knew you by name, but your name is on this thing?
They knew my name, but my name comes up on the podcast.
Hmm.
So they could have just assumed that.
Could be random.
Obviously, your name's on every podcast.
We want you to call
us.
in. We want to talk to you.
Yeah. Even if we can't get you on before we know who you are.
Yeah, we'll do a Zoom or
call
whatever.
Us.
Yeah.
I mean, if you actually know us, I'm assuming that means you've got at least one of our phone numbers.
Text. Please send us text.
I mean, Thursday at 5:45, 6 o'clock, we're usually filming.
Mm-hmm.
So we could do another on-the-phone conversation.
Yes, definitely.
And just call us. There's a high chance we'll probably maybe answer the phone during the podcast.
Yep.
Especially if it's around that time and we're expecting
I'm on airplane mode right now, so I would not even get it.
He wouldn't. So maybe tell us beforehand.
Yeah, definitely tell us beforehand.
I would like to find out who you are live on air, though.
Oh, that'd be good.
I mean, not live, but like while we're recording.
Yeah. That'd be good. tcabfpodcast@gmail.com. And I don't, there it is right there. Here, there. All in there.
When you email us from your Lifted JSL account, just be like, this video contains who Lifted JSL is. Don't watch until you're watching live. Mm-hmm. And we won't watch it until we're recording.
That's good. Just send it in.
Yeah.
Send in a quick video talk about yourself.
These noises you make.
Oh, yeah. You talk about noises.
You talk about you made noises.
Talk about noises.
I mean, everybody can make noises.
We can have a noise off.
Oh. It'll be so noisy.
Oh!
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah. So hit us up, Lifted JSL.
Yeah, please. And also, if you're anybody else, hit us up.
Yeah, also, you don't have to be lifted.
Dude, did you know that 3,000 eggs were abandoned after a drone scared birds in California?
Oh.
They must have been like a badass drone.
Yeah.
But 3,000 eggs were abandoned from this one area where this drone that was doing stuff. I don't know where. It's just something I saw the other day and I thought was kind of interesting.
Dude, that's going to be a lot of turtles without a mama.
That's where we
been birds.
Birds. Yeah, the drone scares birds in California.
It might have scared turtles. You don't know.
That's true. But it says birds. I read.
Well, you don't share your notes.
I got so much. There's bad notes.
Speaking of not sharing.
Yeah.
All right. So on the last podcast that's been posted by the time this podcast is posted, the one that's not been posted as of right now.
The Moobar one.
The Moobar one. Yes. We talk a little bit about your goal you set for yourself at the beginning of this year.
Absolutely.
So that being said, I kind of want to crunch in little numbers.
Oh, good.
And I made an Excel spreadsheet to make it easier for numbers to get crunched.
Oh, awesome.
So the only bit of information I need from you right now.
How many have I ran?
How many have you ran?
7.
So 7 miles ran. Today's date is 6/17/2021. So that means you have to run 1.82 miles a day to finish by the end of the year.
That's good because
you
I
have
can't
197 days remaining.
I can do it.
All right.
Because I can't do upper body workouts for the next
Might as
6
well
weeks.
work out your dick.
Oh, and I only run with my dick. The tip of it's red from scraping the ground when I run.
Oh yeah, most people's tip of their dick is white.
Yeah. All right, here we're gonna switch lanes.
All right.
This is something that's actually really cool. I've been a big Bo Burnham fan for a long time.
At least a week.
Since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
So at least a week. Since he was like 16 or 17. If you know Bo Burnham.
Some Bo, yo.
Yeah, but since back in a year before those days, he was in his
prime.
In his I don't know, maybe. He made videos playing the piano and would just turn the camera on and play upstairs, and he would just make songs, funny songs. And I've been a big fan. I used to download on LimeWire his old shit.
Jerk off to him and
yeah, dude. And so I think he's a genius. I think he's I think he's one of the most intellectual, philosophical minds of our time. I believe, and so he's had 2 other specials on Netflix: Words, and What? Period. Not what with a question mark. What? Period. And I thought they were good. Not great. I don't know if specials,
I mean, is he as good as Amy Schumer though?
Is anybody? She's married to a dude that has like a touch of the Downs.
Yeah, I actually would have really expected her to be married to a female,
or a brother,
or her brother.
Not her brother. I mean,
no, her brother.
Her brother. Her brother has a touch of the Downs, and they're married.
Wow.
No, she is married to a dude that has I think it's Asperger's.
Well, good for her.
Yeah, but he's a cool dude. He's a genuine. He is like what you see is what you get with that dude. I like the guy. Anyway, Bo Burnham, he wrote, and directed, and shot, and edited
a deer,
a new special over the pandemic, over the past year, all by himself.
All by himself. Okay. No, I like himself better. All by himself. Yeah.
And in one room. So he does the whole thing in one room, and it's like not all at one time. No audience. And it's not all at one time. It's just however long it took to make it happen.
It's kind of like when you're jerking off. You don't time how long it's going to take. It's just until completion.
Absolutely. And it's basically him just jerking off for an hour or so.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I want to watch that.
So it's like during the pandemic, and you see the ups and downs of depression and his different you see a lot of the human condition. You get to see you can
see how the world has already defeated him.
Yeah. I didn't finish it the first time, and it's pretty depressing in a lot of parts. And I think it boosted my depression a little bit over the past week or so that it took me to rewatch.
Me want to watch this.
I think it's great. I think it's very interesting, just on the fact that he did it all by himself, even edited and did everything.
I like how you so use himself.
I don't care. And I'm usually a grammar Nazi, but yeah, I don't care.
You're a Nazi.
And it's like it's during the pandemic. What else are you gonna do by himself?
You could jerk it.
So there's some songs on there. One song about being a white dude and wanting to heal the world with comedy, and can't relate to that at all.
Other than the healing the world part, because you don't give that.
That is How the World Works is a good song. He makes a lot of good points about economics and how the world works, which is the name of the song. He throws some jabs out there. It's pretty good. There's a really clever song called White Woman's Instagram, and it's just super cliche, like shots of what a general white girl's Instagram looks like, and it's like the different pictures and stuff. It's really clever. Clever, I think, is the word that describes it. And he does a very clever review of one of the songs, and it's probably like a 15, 20-second clip of the song. But then he cuts to himself doing a review of the song, so the song is in the top corner. But then it keeps going, and so it's longer than the clip. The review is longer than the clip of the song. So him doing the review pops up in the corner, but it's all the same shot. So he had to have known what he was going to say for it to pop up there. And then it pops up again in there. So it goes like Inception. And I think, like, if you, like a trained eye who knows how the production works, is super good. And it's underappreciated unless you know how shit works. So it took a lot of work to do that one. I think that's one of the ones I think you would like. He does his bit about turning 30. I don't want to give a lot of it away, but it's really good. And my advice is to finish it. Don't start it and not finish it.
Suicide. Don't just say you're gonna do it.
Yeah,
do it.
Commit.
That's horrible,
dude. There's a lot of suicide talk in the show.
I believe it.
And but it's very clever. On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny is it?
Maybe 2.
6.
Okay.
You know, it's funny, but it's smart.
Well, I mean, whose rating is this on a 1 to 10? Is
me.
So
just now, I didn't write down the number. I just
because if I'm not mistaken, didn't Rotten Tomatoes give Chappelle's latest special like a 0?
Yeah, but that's politics.
Because I thought that was fucking hysterical.
Yeah. No, that you know how that works.
Like the abortion thing. Like you know I don't agree with abortion, but his point was fucking amazing. You know, chicks want to get abortions. I say let them do it. As long as we can say, no, we don't want that kid. We ain't paying for child support. I mean, he did it funnier than that.
That's a political stance. That's good.
But it was funny.
Yeah. That's why he's good.
Yeah.
But that's also part of why Bo Burnham is good as well. There's a lot to take away from this special, if you want to call it. I think it's considered a comedy special because it's like him doing what he normally does, just doing funny songs and stuff. But I think it should be looked at more as a documentary. Because it's a process that took him over a year to do.
Descent into darkness.
Yeah, no. And into and out of darkness.
Ooh, so he does come out.
It ends on a positive note, which is good. That's why I'm saying you have to finish it. If you start it, it's called Inside by Bo Burnham on Netflix.
Do we go inside of him?
If you start it, you got to finish it. It's good. It's super creative. And part of my takeaway from it was that it is unrealistically difficult to do what he did just because of how much time would go into it. But if you watch it and you're like, this sucks or this is not very good, it is good, and the production value is very good. It's like, I think it's great. But imagine if you were locked in a room and you're the viewer and you're say you're not enjoying it. Imagine if you were locked in a room for a year, what you would be able to put out. And I don't think it would even, I don't know if many people would even hold a, what's the phrase?
Candle.
Hold a candle to what came out from inside.
I think we could.
I think we could, but we also do this, and we try to do other stuff. But most people, that's what I'm saying, to the common consumer of Netflix.
Yeah, but also the common consumer of Netflix probably wouldn't even attempt it. They would just turn on the next Netflix show.
Yeah, there's a difference between producers and consumers.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Either way, if we did it, it would be different. It would be very different from his.
Either way, what Tyler's really trying to get at is if you are Bo Burnham watching this, Tyler wants to suck your dick. Here's his phone number. It's going to be on the screen right here.
936. No. Dude, it's like it's definitely a work of art, but it's like comedy art.
Yeah.
It's like not what like my preference would be stand-up comedy. Just that's what I love. But it's like, I mean, obviously he sings songs, which is not stand-up comedy, but he does some bits in there where it's like he's just sitting doing stand-up comedy. He's on a stool. So there is that element to it, but it's totally different than what we do.
So you would recommend people watch this?
Absolutely.
All right, so tonight this was on my to-do list. I plan on taking a bath tonight with a toaster. This is something. The toaster is gonna be next to the bath, not in the bathtub, obviously.
Yeah. Loves toast. James loves toast.
Yeah. With I put eggs in the toaster.
Yeah.
So this is something I should watch while I'm in the bath with my toaster next to it.
Yes, and make sure you bring I don't know if you like to do arts and crafts, but bring like razor blades or scissors or whatever, just to have it there.
Okay.
It's good, dude. It's pretty depressing if you don't finish it. That's what I'm saying. You gotta finish it, and it's still a little.
What if
depressing.
I don't make it to the end? What if the toaster ends up in the water?
Kill yourself. It's still a little depressing, even if you do finish it. For me, at least.
It's like sex with an ugly chick.
It's just like sex in general.
A little
it's like
depressing,
sex
even if you do finish
with me. It's like sex with me. No matter what, you're gonna be a little depressed afterwards.
Actually, I mean, I have personally heard a few girls talking about having sex with you.
Yeah.
One of them was in tears, and that's not even a lie. And I told her to get back to work.
Tears different. There's different kinds of tears.
These were, he said I sucked and not in a good way kind of tears.
Tears of joy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That could be who Lifted JSL is.
And I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
Very much.
Let's hope not.
Yeah. Dude, we need to stop the Asian hate, man. You know that.
Start the Asian hate?
We need more ninjas.
More what?
Ninjas.
Why does that word keep bleeping out?
Ninjas.
Okay, that one was good. The first two, all I heard was the first few letters, and it just bleeped out weirdly.
That's weird, huh? It's funny how in post-production
that's
weird,
not gonna happen.
Weird shit happens. No, it probably will. I can't help it. I probably won't be able to help it. But dude, if we had more ninjas, all problems with Asian hate would be solved.
Because they would kill us all.
Not. Do you hate Asians?
No, but most ninjas are Asian. So if it's Asian, they're gonna kill all the other people.
They protect the people who are Asian hating.
So you don't think that it's gonna just get so powerful they're gonna be like, you know what? That white person could grow to hate us, so we're going to kill them.
Ninjas have honor.
Okay. Never mind, we're not going to get political. I was going to say something real worldy and deep and a real insight into the world today, but I'm not going to.
Well, this is the perfect podcast for that. James has a show that he's going to do later on. It's about politics, if you guys want to stick around.
And if you really want to kill yourself, let's watch that.
No, I'll be your guy. Who's the guy? I'll be like the fat guy on the couch. Conan's buddy. He's been with him for years. I'll be that guy for right.
Is Conan the Irish guy?
Yeah. Little common.
I was just guessing.
Comic relief.
I was just guessing because of, the name
O'Brien.
Okay,
dude, Shaquille O'Neal.
Wait, no,
not Irish.
The guy I was thinking of was Scottish.
Oh, okay.
I know who you're talking about. The robot, right?
Hmm?
Isn't there a robot he talks to?
I don't know that guy. I don't know. I don't know the Scots. Even though Rose is a Scottish last name.
I'm pretty sure there's a Scottish guy who has or had a late night show.
Yeah. I forget his name.
And I feel like he had a robot.
He probably
and
did,
I thought that was Conan. That's not Conan.
Maybe. I haven't seen every episode. And I don't really watch it
Was he
anymore.
Ever Scottish? Has Conan ever been Scottish?
I don't know.
This guy had a noticeably Scottish accent.
I know the guy you're talking about. The name slips me. Yeah, it's not Conan.
Okay.
On another note, we need more ninjas. Hashtag we need more ninjas for sure.
More
hashtag,
what?
Hashtag stop Asian hate. Hashtag we need more ninjas. I'm gonna yeah. I was gonna cut in later ninjas like the robot,
Ninjas,
dude. The great and powerful Brian Callen, you know, beloved Brian Callen.
Yeah.
Guess how much he made for his role in the first Hangover?
$0.
$1,000.
Okay, close.
That's not a lot of money for a major production.
Yeah.
He didn't have a big role, but
he had a funny role.
You do get residuals, but initially he got $1,000.
Did he know people? Is why he did it for so cheap, or
I think the director. He was really good friends with. Is it Todd Phillips? Is that the director?
You could have said any name, and you would have been a lot more right than I
made up Todd Phillips. So
yeah,
no, he is a director. I don't know if he directed Hangover and Hangover 2, but Hangover 2, you know how much he made?
$2,000.
$25,000. But he said he made around $200K over the long haul. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Monthly residual checks and stuff. I discovered someone.
Tyler Rose?
Discovered myself. I looked in the mirror, and what I saw,
who is that?
Staring back at me, scared me.
It scares all of us. You need to shave.
I'll look like I'm 7.
Well, I don't mean shave it all off. I just mean trim.
Trim
it down. It's getting a little bushy.
I know, dude. I already would have, except I'm growing my head hair out, and I don't know what to do with this area.
All right, so
transition.
Those of y'all watching this, please leave a comment or email what Tyler should do with that transition area.
Or
where does
grow.
The hair stop, and where does the short hair start growing in? Is it like a fade you do, like you layer it out to the beard to get bushier,
right?
Or like what's going on there?
That's what I'm imagining. There's a it just fades down.
See, what I'm imagining is, I don't know mutton chops. Is that what it's called?
I hope not. I know what you're talking about, but I hope that's not what
I really hope that's
you're imagining. I'll do it, dude, for attention.
Dude, just like big old side things and just shave the front of your face.
Nothing here. Yeah, this is all gone, and it's just big chops.
Yeah.
And I'll keep stuff in there.
Oh, God, yes. Like pork chops and mutton chops.
Yeah, like cuts of meat.
Oh, yeah. That deer you strangled, was that last week or the week before?
I forget, man.
I think it was last episode.
Oh, really?
You strangled that deer.
Okay. Yeah. I found someone.
Yeah.
To bring it back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
I talk about Mitch Hedberg a lot. And not just
do?
on here, but in real life. I talk about Mitch pretty often.
I've never heard you mention him once.
Rest in peace, Mitch Hedberg. One of the late greats of comedy. Stand-up comedy. I found a man who is the modern day version, who's been around for a long time. But he's the black Mitch Hedberg.
Okay. Is he black?
Absolutely he is. And he has the same, very similar cadence and joke style of Mitch Hedberg. They're both super, like, honest and real, like, with the audience. And you guys should check out Tony Woods. He's been around for a long time. Hopefully everything's okay with the equipment. Tony Woods. He's awesome. One more thing I want to talk about. Okay, well, there's one more thing after that, but we may have to cut it short here. I don't know. But there was a dude in Detroit, and I wanted to tell you about this. There's a dude in Detroit who won $30,000 from the lottery. Okay, and he bought a $20,000 chain necklace. For the white people that are watching, a chain is a necklace, and for $20,000, and he only won 30 from the lottery, and it got snatched, and if your chain gets snatched, and you don't know what that means, you're white, and that means it got stolen off your neck. Your chain gets stolen. He had a $20,000 chain get stolen off his neck, and he wasted 20 G's. That's a terrible life decision. It's a terrible life choice. He could have used that $30K to change his whole life. Instead, he tried to look cool for, I don't know, a few weeks until people realized he's walking around with $20,000 around his neck. And of course, you're in Detroit.
So they're going to rob you.
They're going to take it. They're going to come up. He was at a gas station. I don't know if it was the same gas station he won the lottery ticket at, but I like to believe that it was the same one. And they jacked that dude. And I think, honestly, had it coming. Yeah. But you get to feel like a baller for a couple weeks. But wasting 20 G's, dude. That's insane. And one last thing I want to talk about. Okay, cool. I want to do some type of Q&A somehow. And the only thing, since we don't have the social medias, I mean me right now, have the social medias up and running and greased, like a machine. The machine's greased and ready to produce. I want to do a Q&A with the people who watch this or listen or
even people who don't watch this.
People who don't watch this. Just do a Q&A. You guys send in questions in the comment section or whatever. If you leave a comment, if you're watching this, it really helps us out if you leave comments and hit the like button, because that helps the algorithm and it helps us helps the podcast grow and helps everything run smoothly. Almost like
what's going on right
just
now.
didn't happen there, but that's fine. We're gonna move past it, and we're good. But a Q&A would be great. I think it'd be fun, and it would be a good long segment, and we could draw a lot from it. So Q&A would be cool. So please send in videos. Send in an email. Record yourself on your phone, or just type an email and send it to tcabfpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, but also let's be real. It's less cool if you just write something out. We want to see you.
We want to see you, for sure. We want to be able to play it. But if you don't want it to be played on here, like Trevor, just type an email.
And honestly, if you don't want it to be played on here, send us a video and just tell us in the video, hey, don't put me online.
We'll play the audio.
We'll maybe play the audio and make a little cartoon that's talking in place of you.
Beautiful.
I can do that.
That'd be awesome. We can do all kinds of shit. And we just want you guys
to
be
have the technology.
And we'll use
the technology.
Yo. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Please submit any challenge ideas or segment topics or whatever you can think of or you want to see us do to the email.
Yeah.
And if you subscribe, if you're watching this,
wait, what was that word again?
Please subscribe.
Subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Subscribe
to the YouTube channel. Please. That helps us so much. And if you press like and if you comment, it really would be doing big fave.
Yeah, there'd be that big ol' fave.
Big fave.
Big fave.
Shout out to Big Fave. He got locked up.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, all these people are getting locked up.
I know, dude.
And nobody knows of them except for you.
He's also got an album coming out, too.
Oh, yeah?
Big Fave. Yeah, he wrote it in prison.
Oh, nice. Is it called Big Fave Locked Up?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Of course it is, dude. You know.
Oh, yeah, I know Big Fave.
Anything else, James?
Well, now that everything's working again.
Grilled cheese. Did we lose some of it?
No.
Oh, okay. Grilled cheese. I said it.
You did. But we also said it earlier.
We did?
No.
Awesome. Thank you guys for watching. They can't all be funny. And they can't be.
And I think maybe this episode proved it.
Yeah.
Because this is probably one of the sadder episodes we've had. We're talking about toasters and bathtubs. And
there's nothing funnier than
a toaster and a bathtub.
Toaster and a bathtub.
Yeah, I mean, you did laugh when I said it.
Yeah.
So maybe it is funny.
Maybe it is. If it makes me laugh.
PG.
PG.
Hey. Pie Jai. Pie Jai.
All right. Love you guys. Peace. Dookie Shoes
Johnson.